It's time for high school football. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jimmy Frederick, welcoming you to Spartan Stadium in Gonzales for tonight's REV Game of the Week between the EA Spartans and the Brother Martin Crusaders. Before we talk about tonight's game, let's send it down to Jeremy Theriault with REV, who is standing by with Coben Leindecker, General Manager of Chris's Specialty Foods, to tell us more about their new sit-down location off Highland Road and their new storefront in Central, and so much more. Jeremy?
So it's opening night. The weather has given us a break. Thank goodness. Rev doing Game of the Week, hometown favorite. We got another hometown favorite here with us. Chris's Specialty Meats. Coben, thanks for being with us. So, Coben, you guys got a lot going on right now. So other than frying up cracklings and stuffing boudin, tell us a little bit about what's going on with Chris's right now, man.
Yeah, so we just opened up 2 new stores, especially our Highland store, our new Highland location right across from Ruffino's. We're introducing the first time we've done the restaurant side of the business along with the meat market. So we've been introducing our Louisiana home-cooked meals that we've done for over 30 years. Now we're introducing it to the restaurant part of its side, so it's been awesome, man.
So, man, other than these long-time loved traditional Cajun dishes you guys always have, you know, that everybody's loving at Chris's, I understand you got some kind of non-traditional, off-the-menu things you guys have been offering. Tell us a little bit about that and some of the well-loved dishes.
Yeah, so we have our set menu every day at the restaurant, what we normally do. And then the cool part about us is we have a chef special every single day that changes. So we post it weekly on what we're doing, so you never know what you might get. So you could have a lobster roll one day, a Louisiana roast rice and gravy, Wagyu hot dogs. So we introduced our home-cooked Louisiana foods along with some different stuff, and the community loves it so far, and it's been going great.
Wagyu hot dogs, wow, man. So other than these elevated Cajun dishes you guys got going on, I understand you have some other locations. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we just opened our Central location about a month ago on Wax Road, right across from Central High School. And with football season here, we're really pushing our game day platters right now. So you can call any 4 locations and order a platter. You can pick it up hot to serve, and you'll be the king of the party. You show up, and all your food's ready to go.
So a Lakeview location too, right?
Yeah, we have our Lakeview location in New Orleans.
So you heard that, Brother Martin people. They had a Lakeview location as well. So, Coben, thanks for being a part of Game of the Week tonight. Also, thank you for being a Rev Business customer. Anything you want to share about that partnership?
Yeah. So we have our 4 locations, like I said, and we have Rev internet, cable, and phones at every store. And you can just really tell that it's a family-oriented place. The customer service is always great. Anytime there's a problem, you can get on the phone in under 5 minutes. You can be speaking to someone, and they can send someone out and help you. It's awesome.
Thanks, Coben, man. Y'all been great partners. And if you guys want to learn more about them, chrisspecialtyfoods.com. And at this time, we're going to just stay tuned for more Game of the Week. Thank y'all so much. Thanks, Coben.
Thank you, man.
Game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up. Raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use REV Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, REV is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. REV Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs, reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Like a phoenix rising, East Ascension begins a new era. It's a new school year with a new school. It's a new football season with a new football coach. It's a new football team with a new no-holds-barred attitude. It all begins tonight on a soggy Spartan field as the Brother Martin Crusaders travel west to tangle with East Ascension. TGIGD, thank goodness it's game day, and it's live on the REV Game of the Week.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
It's game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up, raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why REV is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to REV. Visit us at letsrev.com.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use REV Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, REV is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. REV Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, The RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
And welcome to the 2024 football season. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, our Hall of Famer, David Swagger. Coach, welcome back to the booth, and what a game we have to start things off tonight as East Ascension hosts the Brother Martin Crusaders. And we've got a lot to talk about as we go through this ball game, but so glad to be back here on another football season for Rev.
And I want to take full credit for the rain stopping.
Beautiful job.
Boy, beautiful night right here for the opening night of football season.
Let's take a look at our coach's notebook, Coach, and East Ascension has a brand new coach on their staff. It is Brock Mathern.
Well, Brock Mathern, he came over from the Lake Charles area. This is his first year with the Spartans. Overall record as a head coach is 22-12. And, of course, this is the 12th head coach in the history of East Ascension.
And, of course, for Brother Martin, you've got a longtime coach in Mark Bonice.
And he has been around a while in the Catholic League of New Orleans 16 years with an overall record of 113 and 59. In the last 5 or 6 years, has been very successful in the playoffs.
Well, it's East Ascension has played Brother Martin. They've played a total of 7 times, and it's quite it's a close one. But East Ascension leads the all-time record,
4-3, and all of that, probably a lot of the playoff appearances and things of that sort.
We'll take one more look at our 2023 records for both schools, both of these teams. A little bit of a different situation for both teams, as Brother Martin was finished with 7-4 record and lost in the second round of the playoffs, and then East Ascension 3-7 to finish it off for last year. Missed the playoffs for the first time in 11 years.
And that right there, because Darnell Lee, the past head coach at East Ascension, had some success in the playoffs, and has moved on. Now he's the head coach at Donaldsonville High School.
Let's take a look at the opening night lights and what East Ascension has done on opening nights. They've done better than LSU, I can tell you that right now, at least in the last 5 years.
Well, opening, it's 26-30 with 2 ties right there. One was played on a neutral site. When they were trying to put this turf in, everybody was playing at Dutchtown. And they're 17-13 with 1 tie at home games. And away games, 9-16 and 1 tie.
Last week's Jamboree, East Ascension went to Central. An interesting ball game there, but it was a close one. 10-0 was the score, but had some opportunities, did Coach Mathern's team.
And, he's having a few little injuries, and when you're losing your quarterback, that creates a problem, there's no doubt. But they've done an outstanding job. 10-0. You remember last year that Central lost to Dutchtown in the quarterfinals. So it's Central's a team to be reckoned with. They beat De La Salle last night. So that's one to kind of get used to, as far as you better be ready. When you play in the Spartans, or you play in Central, or any of the teams in the area, good football around this area.
And Brother Martin scored some points. They beat John Ehret 25-13. Coach Bonise really thought that he had that no scoreboard kind of attitude. And we're going to talk about Coach Bonise's philosophy of playing as many players as he possibly can and developing depth over the course of the first month of the season. But they had a good one against John Ehret. Let's take a look at our keys to victory before we get to the national anthem. We'll start off with keys to the victory for East Ascension. We'll start. They've got to win the line of scrimmage, Coach. They've got to win it up front.
And I'm going to tell you what, I don't care if you're in Little League football or if you're in the Super Bowl. Winning that line of scrimmage, a lot of times you have double teams there, on the defensive linemen. It's going to be vital that before they get into that linebacker and secondary area, that they are shut down or slowed down at the line of scrimmage. They
want to swarm to the ball and wrap up. According to Coach, he said want 11 blue hats on the ball at all times. I think we're getting ready for our national anthem. We might hold off for just a second, as we will have it being sung by the choir director here at East Ascension, Tina Johnson. We may be getting our timing off just a little bit here, but Tina Johnson will be singing the national anthem, and the honor guard, the color guard, is from the Navy Junior ROTC. Left rifleman will be Cadet Montrell Cole. Right rifleman, Cadet Eva Struther. State flag will be Cadet Damian Pattison. And the national flag will be brought by Yitzhak Escalante. Sorry, Coach.
And, both teams, first game of the year, you had a scrimmage, you had a jamboree, but this is your first real game of the year. You have officials all over the place. So, it's going to be real important to just see exactly what East Ascension comes out and does right off the bat.
Here come the Spartans. And the last one is be relentless and execute, and that's what Coach Mathern has been preaching since he got here in January.
And most important, Jimmy, is this. The kids are buying into what he and the rest of his coaching staff, which seems to be a large coaching staff, are really doing. I've heard nothing but outstanding things from people in the community and players.
Coach Mathern took an interesting journey to get here, and we can go through that a little later. But while we have one more second, let's see if we can run through the keys to victory for Brother Martin if we have time.
Well, right off the bat, you're from the New Orleans.
Would you please rise?
Well, we'll catch it right after the national anthem, Coach.
National anthem by the Pride of EA Sports Band.
Again, it will be sung by Tina Johnson, choir director.
By EA's new choir director, Miss Tina Johnson. Miss Johnson would like to invite any former EA choir members to the October 11th home game versus Prairieville to sing the national anthem. Today's color guards are being presented by the East Ascension High School Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Color guard members include National Flag Cadet Yitzhak Escalante, State Flag Cadet Damian Patterson, Right Rifleman Cadet Eva Strother, Left Rifleman Cadet Montel Cole.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets did flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A beautiful rendition by choir director Tina Johnson. The band always does a magnificent job. We've got pyrotechnics going off. This is the way you start a football season, as we are 2 minutes away from the kickoff of this football game between the Crusaders of Brother Martin and the East Ascension Spartans. Again, I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, David Swacker, longtime coach and Hall of Famer at Santa Ma, and we are ready to take one more look and finish up our keys to victory for Brother Martin. They really are instilling those core principles, says Bonice: team, tough, compete, and finish.
Hey, boy, you talk about if you were in the New Orleans Catholic League down there with John Curtis and St. Aug and Rummel and all of those folks, you got to play like a team, you got to play tough, and you got to be complete offense, defense, and special teams, and you got to finish each and every night. They've done an outstanding job the last 4 or 5 years in the Catholic League in New Orleans.
They certainly have. The other thing that Coach has been stressing is communicate. He says when there's not usually a mistake in someone not knowing what to do or making the wrong move. It's when they don't communicate properly, and it's something he's been stressing. And he said, you know what? These kids have to be taught how to talk, how to communicate, because it's all text. He said, if I could text in the play, I'd be set.
And there's no doubt, and I'm not sure there's going to be an issue here as far as hearing and communicating, because the rain has kind of kept some people away, both on both sides of the field here. But I would say this, that I would think down in the Catholic League that probably each and every Friday night communication is an issue with the fans, especially the student sections on both teams.
Well, Coach, you did a great job of keeping the rain away until the game started. Way to go, because now it is raining.
Oh, my.
Great job. Our captains for East Ascension: number 1, Deron McZeal; number 5, Caleb Davis; number 6, Jason Blackburn; number 7, DeMarcus Gant.
All right, Jimmy, this is what I would say to you about the rain. You're going to have to get in line with maybe a few of my friends in Santa Ma. if you want to blame the rain on me.
I can do that. I don't mind standing in line, queuing up for that. It's the Spartans and the Crusaders to start off the 2024 football season, the Rev Game of the Week. We're going to have a full slate of games for you on the Rev Game of the Week. We're going to have, and oftentimes, more than one game a night on Friday night. So we're so excited to be back a part of this, and it's always fun to be here at East Ascension. You know, on these turf fields now, Coach, it's a little slick, but it's not like it used to be with the mud and the puddles, and they drain so well. And the best thing for us is that we're going to be able to see the numbers because they're not going to get muddy.
I'm going to tell you, this field right here, the area opposite the scoreboard all the way down to the 20 or 30-yard line used to be unbelievably muddy when it rained. And East Ascension has greatly benefited, just like every other school, adding the turf.
Jason Blackburn and also Nathan Dumas will be set back to receive the kick.
And, from what I gather in the notes that I've read, outstanding kicker here for Brother Martin, number 18, Grayson Smith. Kind of a big kicker, 5'11", almost 200 pounds.
He has been very consistent, according to Coach Bonice, and he will put his foot into it, and the football season is underway. Glad you've joined us for the Game of the Week. Dumas will collect it at the 7-yard line. He is hit hard before getting to the 20 at about the 16 or 17-yard line, and that's where the East Ascension Spartans will take over 1st and 10. Bazile makes the tackle.
And the big thing that happened right there from Grayson, the kickoff was high in the air. Everybody got down, covered right there, and, pretty good coverage right there whenever you stop inside of the 20-yard line.
They'll start on their own 17. We will have a different quarterback than we're used to having. Hudson Browning out with a shoulder injury. It'll be Cam LeBlanc to start things off. And this is going to be a power-running football team with a lot of counters, a lot of misdirection, and they're going to try to establish the run here early. Oh, well, as soon as I say that, a halfback pass, and just off the fingertips, intended for number 16, the receiver, Justin Oob, a senior, just missed it.
I thought Oob maybe waited a little late. Once he got by that defensive back, he needed to step on the pedal on the gas and was right off his fingertips.
Pretty good pass, though. Just a little, couldn't quite get under it.
And well executed right there.
Hey, you want to go out and punch somebody in the mouth, that's the way to do it. 4 receivers now split wide, so forget about what I said about establishing the run. Screen pass into the corner, he drops it. It was a forward pass, not a backward pass, so it is an incomplete one, and it'll be it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, right there, when you were throwing that double pass, which I'm not sure if it was a lateral or not, but it was all the way across the field. Pretty obvious he didn't try to run it when he dropped it, so evidently it was a forward pass. That's a long throw all the way across that field.
Cam LeBlanc's number 25. He's your quarterback. He's usually a running back. He's going to roll back to his right, looking for some help. He's chased. He's going to be stuffed by number 99, who brings him down hard, Nathan Malik, a 5'9", 230-pound senior at nose guard, and that will force the Spartans to punt it away.
Well, you ask yourself, was that successful for East Ascension? And I believe it was. I think that, Coach Mathern, I think he's told the kids, we're going to open this thing up. We're going to do some different things. We're not going to rely on just cramming it down somebody's throat right off the bat with the long pass, halfback pass, out there with the long screen. Did not get any first downs, but he's showing his kids that we're going to open things up for you.
Well, he said he had a few surprises that he didn't really want to tell us about when we talked to him before the game. This punt's away. It's a short punt. Bounces at the 42-yard line. It'll be taken on one bounce by number 1. That's Trey.
Royal.
Oh, it was Royal. Excuse me. Easton Royal, the wide receiver. So the Crusaders will step onto the field for the first time. They will be in East Ascension territory at the 47-yard line.
So, Jimmy, right off the bat, long kickoff, long high kickoff, inside the 20, no first down, punt, fairly short punt. Now here we go against East Ascension, the Crusaders. See what they can do inside the 50-yard line.
It'll be that every play they run is an RPO. They have the option to run or pass every time it's complete. Picks up 5 yards before being run out of bounds.
Well, RPO is a word. Probably if you watched the NFL game last night with Kansas City and Baltimore, you have a number of RPOs, and, of course, run, pass option, and I think run was a big one for the Baltimore Ravens last night.
Julian Cutter will take the handoff as the quarterback, Seth Dezette, will hand it off. It'll bring up third down. It looks like we might have a banged-up Spartan on the field. We hope he's going to be all right. We'll check that.
So did Brother Martin get a first down?
No.
Okay, now I see they moved it to third down.
Yeah, they flipped the down marker the wrong way, I think, first time. So, Brother Martin, and one of Bonice's most emphatic things that he told me is that they are going to develop depth, and he is going to play 50 players tonight, and we're glad to see number 22 up and moving.
You know, we have played some of the New Orleans in the Catholic League over the years, and I think their basic philosophy, Jimmy, is this. We play a game on Thursday. Our JV game is going to be on Friday. We play on Friday, a JV game is going to be on Saturday, or vice versa, one of those things.
3rd and 4, only picked up a yard on the last play. That will call, and receiver will go in motion. This time it'll be handed off the other way to Cutter, and Cutter is going to be stopped short of the first down. Great defensive stand for the blue and gold of the Spartans.
Well, let's see.
Made by Jakes Campbell.
Looks like a group's huddling up on the sidelines. Are they going to coach going to call for punt team? And it looks like it.
Much like East Ascension, the Brother Martin Crusaders have a good punter and kicker. It'll be Grayson Smith, as you mentioned earlier. He will also do the punting duties. Set to receive is Deron McZeal. McZeal calls for a fair catch, and he does so at the 9-yard line. Make that the 8-yard line.
Oh, a big job by McZeal. Probably one of your better athletes in the district, much less the school here. And basketball player and outstanding offensively and defensively and in the special teams for the Spartans.
10:05 left to go in the first quarter. We are glad that you've joined us on a sprinkling, drizzly kind of night, but not nearly as bad as it has been the last couple of days.
Hadn't had a fumble yet. We've had the kicking game, no problems.
This handoff right up the middle goes nowhere.
Jason Blackburn.
Blackburn carries. Little dust up on the outside of the play, but
Elijah Kelly on the stop.
Kelly makes the stop for
game, 2nd down, 10
the Crusaders.
for the Spartans at their own 9-yard line.
So far, the Spartans have not gained a yard offensively. Again, this is only their second series, but still trying to feel out this very good defensive front of Brother Martin.
Well, Bryson Martinez, number 78, the left tackle, is one you need to keep your eye on through the night.
Looks like a busted play, and it will be number 25, the quarterback LeBlanc, having to make something happen for himself. He went to his right to hand it off, and the running back, Aaron Williams, went left.
By number 57.
Well, not real certain if it was a missed handoff or not a good read.
3rd down and 7 for the Spartans at their own 12-yard line.
East Ascension, as usual, big across that offensive line front. A little bit more tight end usage. So far, been at 2 wide receivers most of the night.
Being chased. is LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets out of a little bit of trouble, but not before he crosses the 10 and then swarmed under by number 98 right there, Chase Chesser. He's a commit to Nichols.
Stop was made by number 91, Jack Bazile.
Well, we have no way of knowing this, but, you know, when you talk to Brother Martin, coach-wise, talking about how many players, 40 or 50 players, plans on using tonight, just trying to get kids used to playing Friday night football.
Better boot this time. It'll be collected at the 43-yard line, and play is whistled dead.
Baker's punt is fair caught.
Oh, it's fair caught. I didn't see the signal.
Crusaders have it, 1st and 10.
So the Crusaders basically back to where they were to start off their first possession, a little bit further up at the 43.
And their quarterback is really been a starter for 2.5 years. Really has done a pretty good job. I think injured last year. Backup came in and did an outstanding job. They really didn't excel in the playoffs like they'd done in the past years. But let's just see if maybe this is a different year for them.
Out of the gun, it'll be a handoff. Nope, pulls it back on the RPO. Finds his receiver, Rex LeBlanc. Rex LeBlanc, the leading receiver from last year, close to a first down.
Cameron's pass is complete to LeBlanc.
To me, I call that an RPO. It's a straight handoff. You had two people pulling. It's a straight handoff, and he's looking to see. First of all, he sees the ball before the ball snap, Jimmy. There's big cushion out here. So big cushion right there. He's going to just pull it, automatically pull it, and he's going to throw the slant right there. Or he could have handed the ball off. Can't really make a mistake, but you'd always like to throw the ball to get plus yardage at a first down.
First down of the game for either team. Dropping back is Dezette. Dezette chased and flushed from the pocket. He's got a little bit of running room to the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Another close to a first down. I think he came up a little bit short.
Ernest Mitchell on the stop picks up for Brother Martin first down.
Oh, they did give him the first down.
Good job there by the quarterback.
Ball resting at the East Ascension 23-yard line. 2 plays, 2 first downs for Brother Martin.
Number 12 does that. Outstanding 6'2" quarterback. Nice arm.
This time a handoff to number 4, Diaz, and Diaz will slice and dice his way across the 20-yard line to the 19.
Made by number 96, John Brown.
John Brown makes the stop from his nose guard position.
2nd down, 6 for the Crusaders at the Spartan 19.
Tonight, just like always, the officials are from the Baton Rouge Association. And
boy, you know,
running a little short on officials.
I was getting ready to say the exact same thing. They need all the help they can get. It's a tough job. A little quick toss, and busting through the line is number 5. Easily done as he is not blocked. That would be Caleb Davis.
Dropped in the backfield.
Big play for the Spartans.
Loses about 3. 3rd and 13 for the Crusaders at the Spartan 26.
Loss of 3, 3rd and 13, and there's a timeout. Yeah, this will be a water timeout, and we'll take it as well. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. No score as of yet. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, the RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
District 5-5A expanded a little bit, didn't it, this year, Coach? Prairieville joined the group.
Well, Randy Lovin, your principal over there. Mike Smith, your athletic director, head football coach. And had to start a complete staff athletically and academically. And seemed to have pretty good things going. They had won 7-0 right now in their first game on the Prairieville turf.
Pressured again. Flush from the pocket is Desat, and Desat is run out of bounds. A big hit at the 9-yard, checked at the 14-yard line, 15-yard line. Short of the first down by a yard, but he picks up 11. Fifth play of this drive, it started back at the EA 43-yard line.
11, it'll be 4th and 2 for the Crusaders and the Spartan 15.
He was run out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, so the nose of the football on the near hash.
Desat threw 184 passes last year, completed 110 for 1,189 yards, 9 touchdowns. A lot of multi-numbered receivers.
Ooh, number 4 has nowhere to go. Diaz is met hard at the line of scrimmage. Chase Campbell.
Chase Campbell right there. Basically, you could almost say that was a solo tackle coming right off that linebacker position and making that tackle right there for creating a situation where it is. Well, let's see what the referees are moving it. Oh, it is a first down.
Not by much. It got it by a pig's whisker.
There you go.
But
first game of the year, everybody's got a little few things to iron out.
Is that back to Diaz? Diaz will cut back against the grain. He will be driven to the turf at the 5-yard line. It looked like Jameer Smith rode him down. Picks up another 4 yards.
So speed up.
No, 6.
Speed up right here. Same play again.
Yeah, the defense is bending and not breaking at the moment.
Goes off the right side.
Well, it looks like they did a pretty good job of blocking, creating a scene, but the East Ascension linebackers, maybe off backside linemen, did a good job of coming down the line. Got a 3rd and, I guess, 2 or 3.
Yeah, the ball looks like it's resting right at the 5-yard line. So they can get a first down at the 3, so 2. And the clock is running. 4:33 left to go in the first. The drizzle has stopped pretty much. It'll be the same play. Diaz up the gut again, and the defense says, you're not going to do it to us, my friend.
Diaz goes up the middle.
And that was Jameer Smith again. Jameer Smith, 6'2", 215, is a solid-looking young man out there.
And I'm not sure if your coach is thinking, I'm not going to let you be hard-headed on me. We're going to fight. We're going to get through these. And trying to make a point right here to his team.
He'll follow his blockers, and he will be stuffed shy of the goal line. Diaz goes to the 1, and he gets the first down.
I like the hard-nosed offensive philosophy right here, just getting after it.
Another Spartan player shaken up a little bit. You know, we were talking about Coach Mathern's journey to get here. He got, of course, displaced. He was down in Plaquemines Parish, and he got displaced at Katrina. Came back and played at Belle Chase High School, won a state championship, played cornerback, and then went and played Division III ball for a sister school of Baylor in Texas. And got into coaching and then became the equipment manager and one of the maintenance guys for the Saints for a couple of years, and said he really learned a lot about how to run a practice and things like that when he was working with the Saints.
And, you know, when I talk to people, because I didn't know Coach, it is highly impressive. Number one, look at the staff that he's brought with him. Now, I'm not saying they're, you know, great or anything like this, but it's pretty obvious they're following him, and they know great things are going to happen.
Almost untouched from the 2-yard line. Julian Cutter takes it in for a 2-yard touchdown. A 43-yard drive that took 11 plays.
And so I think both coaching staffs right here, you know, we walked on this field and you could see how the East Ascension coaching staff, their head was seriously in this game. They're setting examples for the kids. You know, this is their first game with the kids. You know, Brother Martin, you know, this has been 5 or 6 years.
PAT is blocked, but I thought I heard a whistle. Prior to the kick. It was a high snap.
Well, we got the line judge coming in.
Our referee tonight is Virgil Pratt. Offsides
Spartans.
on the Spartans, so they will move it up about a yard or so, or half a yard, and then we'll get another opportunity to try to kick it.
I thought he pointed in this direction like they're going to take it on the kickoff.
Oh, maybe so.
They're going to re-kick it because they don't want to move it a yard and a half forward. They're going to re-kick it. I saw him point in this direction, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the kickoff against East Ascension.
Much better long snap that time. The kick is down and up and good. And we have a 7-0 ball game. 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use REV Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, REV is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. REV Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
And we're back here after the score and the point after, and they will
Smith set to kick off for the Crusaders.
They will assess the penalty of the offsides call on the PAT on this kickoff. So instead of kicking from the 40,
and so
Smith
now
will kick from the 35,
front line
45.
for the Spartans are going to have to move 10 yards, further than 10 yards away.
Thank goodness we haven't reverted to the NFL kicking kickoffs yet here in high school.
Pretty close to this right now.
Man.
Let's see what the supposed to be a possible Grayson Smith.
Now they're backing it back up to the 40-yard line. So anyway, unclear as to what exactly is.
I don't see how you can have a penalty unless you decline the penalty, which if you have an option of taking the well,
we're going to kick it off.
It is what it is.
Dumas and Blackburn are set to receive the kick for the Spartans. Dumas on the right side and Blackburn lined up on the left. Smith will put his foot into it and he booms it. It will be collected at the 8-yard line by Dumas. Dumas straight up the middle. He's got a little bit of running room before being tripped up. Loses the football. Crusaders indicate they have it, but there's no official word yet, and we'll wait and see. As they unpile things, it will be Spartans football. It was down by contact is what the line judge is indicating. So it did come out, but it was not a fumble.
Probably one maybe hit the turf.
Correction, 27, 1st and 10.
Well, this is kind of where the Spartans have been right here.
Third drive of the game for the Spartans. They've run we got a little more mist coming in. You can see it in the lights right there. And handoff this time. Looking for some running room and nowhere to go. And Malik is going to be just wrapping up Jeremiah Wilson.
Well, that Corey McDonald, number 5, really did a good job of stemming that out towards the sideline, then got some help from the inside and the downhill players in the secondary.
Malik was in there, but Chase Chesser, number 98, the Nickel State commit is the one that really wrapped him up, had initial contact. He is a big young man at 6'4", 251. Another mistake that time on a busted play. Nowhere to go. Again, turned to his left, and the running back went on the right side of the quarterback.
Stop was made by number 52.
And the one plus I will say right there that you always teach the quarterback, if there is a mistake made, then replace that running back in that hole where he was supposed to run, and that's exactly what the quarterback did right there. Made possibly a yard on the play to 3rd and 10 situation.
Got to remember that Cam LeBlanc is not his usual position at quarterback. He's doing very well. He made a great catch, and look at this throw. He's got a heck of an arm, but he made a great grab on a little bit of an errant snap that time.
Is incomplete. Be 4th down and 10 for the Spartans.
Brings up 4th down, and the Spartans have to punt it away for the 3rd straight time.
Baker set the punt for the Spartans. Royal and Lipscomb back deep for the Crusaders.
Royal number 3, Easton Royal is set on the right side, and Lipscomb on the left.
Nice spiral.
Fair catch is made at the 25-yard line.
Royal on the fair catch.
Let's take a look at the District 5 5A final records from last
1st
year.
and 10 Crusaders at their own 35.
Well, you're right here. Denham Springs missed the playoffs. They were 3-7 on the year. Dutchtown had a spectacular year. I mean, we did some of their games down the run in the playoffs. Outstanding. Got beat in the semifinals against Zachary. Game that started over the next day. Had to be called, I think, lightning.
Oh, that's right.
Lightning. So your quarterback's out here as a wide receiver.
New quarterback. We knew we were going to see Hudson Fields at quarterback. He's going to run it himself. He picks up the 1st down, and he is hit hard. He's actually short of the 1st down.
Jack Malonzo on the quarterback keep.
East Ascension missed the playoffs. They were 3-7. Live Oak 3-6. Missed the playoffs. Santa Ma 10-5. Went to the regionals, and Walker had an outstanding year of 10-3. Lost in the quarterfinals. Good, two good districts with 4A and 5A.
See a lot of guys coming in and out for the Crusaders. Number 16 will check out, Rex LeBlanc. 13 is into the ball game. That is Jack Melanson. He's the guy that ran it just a second ago. I misspoke and said it was Hudson Fields. He's the other quarterback. Timeout is called by the Crusaders. That is their first of the half with 1:25 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back right after this. 7-0 the score. Crusaders leading the Spartans on the Rev Game of the Week.
50%.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzalez. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Nothing, Prairieville.
We're back to action just about. Got another scoring update. In their first ever football game, Prairieville's leading 14-0.
And that is Thrive Academy that they are beating. We're going to go over the top 10 in 5A. Basically, they're granting a spot on what you probably did last year.
This will be Jack Melanson again on the Wildcat. He's going to run up the middle, get a little running room. He's got a little scat back in him and still going. First down and so much more all the way to the 32-yard line.
Well, I'm not real certain what the play was described to do. Quarterback could not handle the snap, could not perform a handoff, which it looked like to me, or maybe it was a fake and go. but he ended up picking up 25 or 30 yards on that solo run right there.
So Seth Dezette will be back in at quarterback, number 12. He's flanked by Alex Diaz on the left, and I believe Jeremiah Burton on the right. Dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to, finds his man in a soft zone, and it's just thrown behind him a little bit, intended for Brody DeBonche, and he could not hang on.
Well, you have a guy goes in motion kind of late, and that whole purpose there is you read that outside backer or a strong safety, see where he goes. If he drops to the flat, covers the motion guy, you flip it out there to that little 10-yard curl man, and just did not complete the pass.
2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. Into EA territory again. It'll be a handoff to Burton. Burton looks like he's going to cut it outside, then cuts back against the grain. Crosses the 30-yard line, picks up 3. 94 makes the stop. Jameer Smith. Boy, he has had 3 or 4 tackles already. Let's take a quick look at the top 10 in the 5A.
And, of course, Ruston won state last year. And then you have Carr, outstanding, always an outstanding. Acadiana was 2nd in the select division. Catholic was 1st in the select division. Zachary got beat in the finals. Curtis, Neville, I think Neville's moving up to 5A. It's pretty obvious. Then Karen Crow, then St. Aug.
And I have seen several rankings that puts Brother Martin in the the 11th spot in this ranking. But, again, it's all pregame. That is going to preseason. That is going to do it for the first quarter of play. We will take a break as both teams head to the sidelines. The score, Brother Martin 7, East Ascension 0. Back after this.
Game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up. Raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
And we're back for the second quarter. You're going to say something about defenses, Coach.
Brought to you by Bertrand's Pharmacy.
Well, let's take a quick look at the Spartans' schedule for the 2024. How about that?
Good old-fashioned care.
All right, here we go. Who are they playing first?
Brother Martin, I think.
All right. Then they go on to Salmon over there to Slidell area. Then over there to Lake Charles area at Sam Houston. Then they start district at Denham Springs. Then at Live Oak. Prairieville is going to be their homecoming. Then Santa Ma, Turling's Catholic in the Lafayette area. And then Dutchtown and Walker.
It is a jailbreak and forget about it. Caleb Davis came through like a cannonball and blew up the play. A big loss that time for the Crusaders.
John Brown on the sack. It'll be 4th and long for the Crusaders.
That is huge right there because it looked like East Ascension was kind of giving a little bit of ground defensively. And making that big play on defense brings a little life to that sideline.
For the Crusaders, McZeal back deep for the Spartans.
So I have to punt this one away. Grayson Smith will do the honors. Set back to receive is Deron McZeal. Haven't called his name a lot, but I imagine that's going to change over the course of the ball game.
Well, he has the ability to do this right here, which is not going to return that kick. That's out of bounds. And, maybe that's a little respect for McZeal right there, kicking the ball out of bounds. But I will say this, it's going to be inside of the 20, about the 17-yard line. And McZeal can also play quarterback and receiver. And, of course, he's going to be at corner in the secondary. Brother Martin's, we'll get that schedule, Brother Martin's schedule after this play.
Jaden Berto checked into the ball game, number 71 for the offensive line. He's playing center. 1st and 10, the ball at the 17-yard line. On end around, hit hard, still on his feet. They didn't wrap him up, and he's got some running room. all the way to the 50-yard line and pushed out of bounds is number 6. A big run for Jason Blackburn.
Jaden Weber on the last-ditch effort to knock him out of bounds there. Looking at Brother Martin's schedule, they had East Ascension, then at St. Paul's in Covington. Then they're going to Texas, Legacy, the School of Sports and Science. Then Jesuit, this is District, Rummel, Carr, Curtis, St. Aug, Warren Easton, and Holy Cross.
35-yard pickup that time on the biggest play of the night for the Spartans. Blackburn will not get it this time. The quarterback will pull it back, and he will put his shoulder into number 50, and Trent King will get the brunt of that hit, but he does hang on that time and doesn't let him go.
Picks up about 5, second down.
Nice job right there by Kendrell Green, offensive lineman, making sure getting that block all the way to the sideline, picking up 6 yards on the play.
Second down, and once again coming in motion is Aaron Williams. This time, nowhere to go that time for the quarterback, Cam LeBlanc. He was initially hit by Nate Malik, and then Chesser finished him off, and it looks like Malik is a little bit banged up. His arm, it looks like, is holding his left shoulder. That is one of the reasons that Coach Bonise said so many times that we want to make sure we have depth. He had talked so much about Malik and how important Malik is to this team, but when something happens like Malik being injured, if he can't come back and play, he feels like he's got 5, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 guys that can come in and play that same position.
And do it well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Bonise uses his first 4 weeks of the season before district play to say, whether or not they can play or not. And if they're not a liability, they're going to be there. If they are, they're not going to play. Let's take a look at the Ascension Parish Middle School scores from the week, and that's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, we had the Jamboree a week or so ago. Now the first games played, and actually playing most of the games at the high school stadiums. Yesterday, Gonzales beat Lori 26-0. Galvez beat Sanama 30-0, and Lake beat Bluff 24-0. Prairieville beat Central 20-0. And each week, because there's 9 middle schools, one team's going to have a bye, and that was Dutchtown.
That's exciting for these young guys playing on the high school fields. This pass is complete. Throws a dart down the field. Caught is.
I love it.
It's a big first down.
Jimmy, I love that right there. Sprint out action away from the rush, and you got what I call the greatest route in football, the flood. And your outside receiver actually was wide open, but that's beside the point. He runs a vertical down there. The second receiver is going to run 10 to 15 yard out, and then your third receiver is going to be in the flat or any combination of those 3.
Another first down, this time a counter, and it's going to be number 4, Aaron Williams, picking up another first down and run out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Well, we have a holding penalty.
Uh-oh.
According to the official.
Watch it on replay coming right at us. Look at this. It's a nice run. We don't see the hold on the replay, but still a great run. He started to his right and then cut back to the left and got around the left edge, but it's going to negate the run on the holding penalty.
So now East Ascension is kind of getting the hang of what's going on right here, offensively and defensively. And so it's pretty obvious that East Ascension has some kids with some speed. They have some size there. And let's see if they can take advantage of this, being down 7-0 and making some big plays in this drive.
And they're learning Coach Mathern's new style of play, and that's important in this early season. So 1st and 20, that's the second penalty against East Ascension, but both teams have played very cleanly so far. This is going to look like an RPO, and decided just to hand it off to number 21, Jeremiah Wilson. Wilson will get around the right side, picks up about 6.
A lot of times in that outside zone, Jimmy, what happens if that quarterback is riding like the little mesh veer action, he's reading that outside defender, and he takes that. If the guy takes off with him, he keeps it.
Yep.
If the guy sits there, he hands it off.
Ooh, that time LeBlanc was met hard by a wall of Crusaders. I think Jaden Weber made the initial contact, the Will linebacker. But man, oh man, he was hit hard.
And Chase Chasser, also a guy that's being recruited, big old defensive lineman right there. Looks pretty out on that field, there's no doubt about it. Really made a good play right there.
Filling in for Nate Malik, who was playing the nose guard spot, is Brandon Henry, number 90. He's a 5'8", 237-pound junior, so he's getting some playing time. He's had a lot over his 3-year career. This time he does read the keys, pulls it back, and finds a little bit of a hole. And LeBlanc will cross the 25, but he's going to be short of the first down. Brings up 3rd and 6.
But it's manageable, and if they want to, they could easily go for it on 4th down.
Yep.
Or if they want to, they're good enough in the kicking game.
It is 4th down. Sorry, they didn't turn the.
Okay.
So it will appear that they will go for attempt a field goal. As Baker will do the honors. Preston will do the honors. 41-yard field goal attempt to get the Spartans on the board. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is away, and it looks like it is going to be good! 41 yards with room to spare for Preston Baker.
Spartans 3, Crusaders 7.
So a great drive, stalled out after the penalty, and they come up with some points anyway.
But look at the sideline right here. If they don't make that kick, or if they go for it on 4th down and don't make it, you don't see the excitement that you see right here. And so I saw the excitement was so good that the kicker rushed to the sideline, tried to high-five somebody, ended on the ground. But I tell you what, right there, that's a start. Seemed like a pretty nice 41 yards. It's a nice kick.
So it was a 10-play drive. It started back at their own 16-yard line, capped off with a 41-yard field goal by Preston Baker. A couple of other scores. Santamon and Bird are scoreless after 1 quarter. And Prairieville, in their inaugural game, continues to roll over Thrive, 21-0 now.
And just called out the middle school scores. Galvez and Prairieville Middle School will go to Prairieville High School. That's a little bit of a change.
Baker will boot it, and he will get this one close to the goal line, and it will be collected by Easton, I believe, and he will have a little bit of running room before being chopped down at the 26-yard line.
And you're going to have Central and Gonzales continue to go to East Ascension. And then
it just amazes me how many, and I'm not even talking about the other side of the river with Donaldsonville and those guys, but how many kids and families live on this side of the river in Ascension Parish. A 4th high school, a big 5A high school.
And Bluff and Dutchtown will be going to Dutchtown just like they are, except Prairieville is not going to go to Dutchtown and Galvez is not going to go to Santamon. But, you know, when you say that, I mean, just think about this. When Dutchtown started, and, you know, a variety of some seniors, some juniors, a lot of young sophomores and freshmen, when it started, it had about 900 kids. Last year, they were the largest school in the state.
Wow.
With like 2,700 kids.
My goodness.
3 high schools have been built in the state of Louisiana, 2 of them in the last 20 years, 2 of them in Ascension Parish, and 1 in Lafayette.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of things going on, and it's because of
loading the box of the Spartans. A little flip out to Easton. Easton steps through a tackle. He's at the 40-yard line. He's going to try to outrun him to the corner. The 20, the 10, 5, touchdown! Holy cow! 71-yard touchdown strike from the backfield, basically, and he stepped out of those tackles, and that's what we were talking about. He has an offer from Ole Miss. He's only a sophomore. He looked effortless going down that field.
And did a very good job avoiding some possible tacklers right there at the end.
Just think what he's going to look like as a senior. Lane Kiffin sees something in him. I bet he'll have more than one offer by the time it's all said and done. So a 71-yard screen pass. It'll pad Dezette's stats a little bit.
Well, you know, a lot of times you really look at this, we need a wing back in there. You look at that play as a long run play, hopefully.
Right.
And if you could break tackles, and a little outstanding job on the outside by the receivers.
6:04 left in the half. Spartans 3.
So
Crusaders 14.
the Crusaders come back with a quick touchdown after the 41-yard field goal. 6:04 left to go in the half. We'll be back right after this. The Crusaders leading 14-3 over the Spartans.
We're REV Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. REV Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Wow, we've got a little time. Let's take a look at the Brother Martin Crusaders schedule. They've got 4 weeks before they start district as well.
And right here, of course, you're at East Ascension. We're preparing for the kickoff. St. Paul's out of Covington. Then they're going to Texas for playing in the Legacy of School of Sports Science. Jesuit Rummel, Carr, John Curtis, St. Aug, Warren Easton, and Holy Cross. Both schools, very good district.
Yes, very much so. You know, I was looking, as you mentioned, the East Ascension schedule. They've got 4 road games in a row after this one. This one will be knocked into the end zone. Dumas can't find it, and they'll start on their own 25.
The end zone for a touchback. Spartans have it 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Check that, the 20-yard line back in the high school days. So they've started on the 17, their own 9, their own 27, their own 16, and now their own 20.
And I'm just kind of wondering if maybe there's a little wind. Just we're looking into the lights up there, and it looks like the rain is going from left to right. And but all of his kickoffs so far have gone right around the 10-yard line. That one went 3 or 4 yards deep into the end zone.
Well, Boney said that he thought that his kicker could get it there for sure. Handoff on the end around. It will be McZeal. McZeal, we haven't called his name, but he's got some room down the sideline, still on his feet. Finally chased down from behind by number 50. That was Trent King. They're going to call, I think, a horse collar, but I don't think he got him by the horse collar. I think he got him by the back of the jersey.
I think he got it by the back of the jersey, and I'm not for certain if that official, it was coming at him, if he could actually maybe get some help. I don't know.
It was a great run as we see it coming on the replay. And he's going to, if that angle is not, he doesn't have his hand in his collar. But they do call a horse collar nonetheless. From the replay, it looked like he grabbed his jersey and pulled him down. It looked certainly like a horse collar. There's no question about it.
Quick little note about McZeal. I saw him as a freshman at Dutchtown. And he started at point guard on the varsity basketball team. All right. Then his mom moves over here. I think she's in administration. And he comes with her, and he ends up getting hurt that year. He is really a special kid and a special player. I mean, just look at all the spots that they can put him at, and it's pretty obvious from point A to point B. He picked up 40 yards plus another 15 or 10 or 15. Outstanding job by McZeal. And look, he was outrunning people. Outside, tacklers on the outside right there. McZeal, a senior this year. Seems like I'm sure his parents would say this. Sure did go by pretty quick.
Yeah. They've been picking up big yards in chunks, and this one will be handed off on a little counter play to number 6, Jason Blackburn. Blackburn will pick up 4.
Stopped by number 52, Caleb Natavidad.
Natavidad, number 52, 212-pound linebacker. He's a senior, makes the stop.
Well, basically, the
for the Spartans and the
Crusaders are in a 3-down lineman and 4 linebackers.
They play a pretty vanilla front, but they do a lot of things with their backfield.
You can see it basically cover 3 right here.
Up the middle once again, pulled back by LeBlanc. LeBlanc will rumble his way for 3 or 4. Brings up 3rd down.
42, Weber.
Weber on the stop.
Picks up about 3, brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans.
It's been interesting to see of what East Ascension, they've had success outside. You know, they haven't had the big play inside, but they're picking up 3 and 4 yards right there. Let's see where they're going to go, inside or outside here.
Quick pass. Finds McZeal. McZeal ducks under one of the defenders and then hit hard, but it's a 1st down for the Spartans.
I love it. I love that play right there. You know who that looks like? Guy from the Kansas City Chiefs last night.
Oh,
he was doing it. He didn't want to run the ball. He wanted to chunk the rock right there.
Yep.
RPO. You can do it all the way down to whatever level you want to. You coach him up right there, and your quarterback has to make decisions, and you're not making every decision.
This mesh option probably should have been handed off, but nonetheless, Malik is back in the ball game and makes the tackle. So glad to see that he is not too injured when he went off the field a bit ago.
Just a steady drizzle coming down.
And the wind's picking up.
I hadn't seen anybody leave the stadium.
Pretty good crowd on hand. Not, what you would expect with a rainy kind of night like we have tonight. But at least it's not 106.
All right, we got kind of a heavy backfield with a running back at quarterback.
And it will be LeBlanc trying to dance his way for a few. Brings up 3rd down. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about the extent.
Vermont Brown on the stop. Picks up 1, 3rd down and 11 for the Spartans at the Crusader 23.
Actually short of the original line of scrimmage. It brings up 3rd down and 11. 3:17 as the clock continues to tick here in the first half. We have got a great interview coming up. Coach is going to be talking to Jamie Andrews all about the new school. Looking for somebody to throw to. Now he's going to go back to his left. Finds a little hole up the middle. He's going to hurdle one of his defenders, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. What a great play by the quarterback, Cam LeBlanc, making it happen.
Picks up about 6.
Check that. I apologize. They did not get the 1st down. He's still shy, but they're going to kick a field goal.
If he'd have stayed in the air a little longer.
He could have flown a little bit, picked up a gust of wind.
Preston Baker set for the field goal.
This guy, he had stopped being excited on the last kick right here.
35-yarder. He's got a 41-yarder under his belt already.
And, boy, his teammates were excited for him.
The wind blowing right into his face. This kick is up. It's an end-over-end or a spiraling kick. Kind of a yo-yoing kick, but he makes it nonetheless. A 35-yarder for him, and he's got 2 for 2 on the season. 2:22 left to go here in the first half. We'll take a break. It's 14-6. Crusaders leading the Spartans.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at Pot and Paddle.
2 minutes and 22 seconds before we hear from world history teacher from East Ascension, Jamie Andrews, talking about the brand new school. You're going to see some pictures, a slideshow that we put together for you. You're going to be very impressed if you have not seen it. This kick from Preston Baker's a little bit short, collected at the 6-yard line. Still on his feet, but slung down. No, he's going to stay on his feet. Good job to mop that up by one of the cover guys for East Ascension.
I think he almost got out to the 20, and before he got through being spun around, he ended up at the 12 or 13-yard line.
Jalen Landry, sorry, is the one that wrapped that up. Sorry to interrupt you.
I just don't like, you see a return guy, everything is full speed. You're not hesitating because you have everybody sprinting at you. And I think he took that a little bit too soft right there on that return instead of just trying to hit it up through a hole, maybe breaking an arm tackle or something, making a play.
East Ascension's done a great job in the second quarter of getting the pinning the Crusaders back deep in their own territory.
Seth Dezette goes around the left side.
Dezette goes nowhere.
Spartans are calling timeout. They have
Taylor
2 left.
On the stop. Timeout, Spartans.
Big play by number 59 that time. He was excited.
On the stop for the Spartans.
That was Taylor Jarvis, the junior. He was really excited after making that tackle on the quarterback, Dezette.
East Ascension is ahead 4-3.
Yep.
Games against Brother Martin. And 1993 is when it all got started.
I was surprised that Brother Martin only has 1 state championship, and that was back in 1971. They went to the Dome 2 years ago and lost, came in, runner-up. But I just was they've always been such a strong team, but I guess always kind of just
and I'm
not quite breaking through.
I'm not for certain this public, private, or select, non-select makes it any easier on them because you still
they're all private over there.
You got to get out of New Orleans, but now with the new definition of non-select or select.
Hand off to Melanson. Melanson spins away from one tackler, but not from a second one, as he gets 1 yard, and that's about the extent of it.
Melanson goes around the left side, was up in it by Trenton Palmer.
Palmer on the stop. Brings up 3rd down. Another timeout with 1:56 to go here in the half.
Well, basically,
for the Crusaders at their own 17-yard line.
If your school can get students throughout the enrollment of the city or the town that has multiple schools, you're considered a select school. And so basically it's let's just say there's 400 football playing schools in the state. It's pretty much almost tied up at 2-2. And last year, of all things, people probably scratching their heads, Catholic played who in the select finals last year? Any guess? Acadiana.
Oh, that's right.
And they've won like 4 or 5 state championships in 5A. So I don't know if the LHSA, it seems like they have a pretty decent thing right here.
After the timeout, it's 3rd and 6 for the Crusaders at their own 17.
And, of course, they have that for all classifications.
3rd and 6. Long pass, and it's going to be intercepted. Overthrows his intended receiver. Great catch by Ernest Mitchell. It looked like he was the receiver, and with 1:48 in the half, they turned the ball over. Let's take a look at it as he has to escape, does LeBlanc. Check that. And he just overthrew, he airmailed his receiver.
And you look, this defense knows they're playing pretty good tonight.
Ernest Mitchell.
Made another play right under 2 minutes. Let's see what Coach Bethune has up his sleeve to try to get in here, a possible score again.
Best field position of the night, their own 43-yard line. 1:48 to go in the half. Dropping back is LeBlanc. Tries to dump it off to Dumas, and Dumas is hit as the ball gets to him, and it's knocked out. Second down.
Well, LeBlanc looked like he was a little bit shaky on the throw right there and ended up releasing it low. basically not really catchable.
This pass thrown and caught by Dumas. Beautiful throw. We have a new quarterback into the ball game. It's Caden Gotro. Gotro, much more of a pocket passer, and he is going to come out firing.
Well, I mean, I've seen Gotro all the way back to my Galvez days when he was at Central, and he's been doing this for a pretty good while.
3rd down and 7. The ball at the 48-yard line of East Ascension, dropping back. Gotro dumps it off. Looking for some running room is Blackburn, and Blackburn is spun around, and he gets the first down by a 3 or 4 yards.
1st and 10 Spartans.
Boy, I liked what I saw from Gotro right there. Set back there, not in a hurry. Doesn't have to be in a hurry. Offensive line did a good job and find the open receiver.
Again, dropping back. Good protection by the offensive line. Now he's flushed. Looking downfield. Throws it into traffic, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted by Trey Ware, number 1.
And I would say running to your left and throwing across your body right there. When he looks at the film, he might say, maybe I should have just ran it, got outside, incomplete, just like an incomplete pass. The clock stops. Under a minute, 46 seconds left. Halftime.
Caden Goodman is actually the one that almost intercepted the ball. It's number 7, not number 1. But he came down awkwardly and immediately pulled up and grabbed his hamstring or the back of his leg. So he is down on the sideline. Let's take a look at the Rev Game of the Week coming up while we have Cade Goodman down. We hope he's going to be okay.
All right, Ascension Christian, Rohan Davey, doing an outstanding job over there. He is, next week we're going to have Central Private at Ascension Christian. Collegiate Baton Rouge at Dutchtown. That's going to be homecoming at Dutchtown. Always a big thing in Ascension Parish, all over the state. Kennedy's going to be at Santa Ma. And you can see these games on Sunday morning and Sunday afternoons, 6 a.m., 6 p.m., and on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
And always available on demand on the Rev Sports channels.
And with us doing the games, there's probably going to be a lot of demand, I would think.
You carrying the group here. 2nd and 10, the ball into Crusader territory. 44 seconds left. Gotro is chased. And the ball is picked off by the cornerback. Actually, the linebacker floated into coverage in the zone and makes the catch.
I see exactly what he saw and just underthrew it slightly.
Didn't catch the number.
Trent King on the interception.
Trent King,
Crusaders
number
had
50.
1st and 10 at their own 25.
So after the interception by East Ascension, they turned the ball over right back to the Crusaders with 39 seconds to go. It's hard to come into a game in that situation. You're trying to rush. It's really a 2-minute drill. And so you really got, and you haven't played any at all in the whole game. So you come in a tough spot, and Caden Gotro did a fairly good job, but he just didn't quite get it up and over that linebacker floating in coverage. And it is 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from their own 25-yard line. They're just going to keep it conservative. At least that's what it looks like, and that's going to probably do it for the first half.
Ascani goes around the left side, stopped by Davis.
Clock will continue to run at 20 seconds.
Make it 2, 2nd down, 8.
Looks like we've got a little bit of a tweak by number 5, Caleb Davis, who comes off the field limping a little bit. And they're just going to let this clock run down as we go into halftime. It's been an exciting first half of play in the first football game of 2024. It's the Crusaders leading the Spartans 14-6 as we finish up the first half. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we've got a very special interview with EA World History teacher Jamie Andrews. So we'll be back right after this. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week. Crusaders lead 14-6 over the Spartans. Back after this.
Game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up. Raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use REV Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, REV is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. REV Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
We're REV Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. REV Business, internet, phone, and managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Here we are back at East Ascension Football Stadium with a halftime score is Brother Martin 14 and East Ascension 6. I have with me Jamie Andrews, social studies teacher. How many years?
This is my 31st year at EA.
Great job. I'm just telling you, that's a long time, and that's a great long time, okay? As everyone knows, East Ascension has moved into a new school, but there's a lot of things part of this. The old school has come with them. And so Jamie's going to look through each and every one of these pictures that we have here and talk about how East Ascension has changed, and then most importantly, how it's remained the same. Let's look at some of these pictures here, Jamie.
So the picture you're seeing right now is the new facade of our school. We're very excited to say that we have a new building. To be honest with you, being at EA for 31 years, it kind of was melancholy that we lost our old building. If you don't mind turning the slide, what we're saying right now is that this is 612 East Worthy. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's still 612 East Worthy. We're a school that does everything in our power to educate our students who come through our doors, as well as make them well-rounded citizens. So you can look like the school looked in 66, 07, or now in 24. This is a donor board. What you're going to see in just a second are a bunch of images of what the school looks like now. And to be honest with you, we could not have accomplished that without the people that are on this board. Alumni who love our school as much as we do. They bleed blue and yellow. And so we want to give a big shout out thanking them for their help. We were able to contract a company out of Ecuador, and they designed some custom Spartans for us. And so we have them in different locations on campus. This one is right outside of our cafeteria, and we're really excited how very Spartan he looks there. Our original letters that used to be in our parking lot have a lot of sentimental memory to them. And Mr. Kent Shakesnyder, who's of the class of 1971, he and his company moved them for us into the location that now is kind of a courtyard outside of our cafeteria. If you see behind there, that is an HVAC building that we wanted to make sure that we could beautify. And a Dr. Allison Hingle Boudreau, who was from the class of 97, helped us to pay for that beautiful mural there that represents everything about EA. It says on there, be there, choose your attitude, work hard, and have fun. And that is our mantra as Spartans. These are the letters that replace those old letters in the front of our school now. We're excited about those as well. We think a lot of senior pictures will probably be taken in that spot in our front parking lot. Another one of the Ecuadorian statues is of a helmet, and what that area there is called is Legacy Plaza. And if you look around the pedestal there, we have commemorative bricks that several hundred of our Spartan alumni have bought. This is the lobby of our school now. It takes you from the front doors into the mall. And as Coach Swacker was saying, we had decided when they were going to tear down our building that we were going to keep it alive. And so there's images from 66 to 24 all over our campus now. And the lobby is bedecked with all those as well. This is our gym lobby. Again, this is East Ascension High. Pictures from 66 to now adorns it. It's amazing how people stop to look and find their loved ones in it who came to our school years ago. This is the curtain proscenium that used to hang on the stage that was in our gym. They closed the gym in the remodel, and so we salvaged the curtain, and this is a big conference room that we call the curtain room. All on the opposite walls of this are pictures of that curtain at basketball games, plays, band concerts, and the like. We are fortunate that we were able to cultivate a copy of every program of every graduation at the school, and they're hanging all over the campus from every decade, from the 60s to the 2020s. This is a project we're really proud of. We call it the Half Face Project. We have over 55 of these around the campus, and they represent every aspect of being an EA Spartan. As you can see here, from the homecoming queen to the girls basketball player there. We had fun. Our seniors last year gave us business proposals of why they should be the person up in that picture. So we're very proud of this project, and we think it epitomizes what we are as a school. This is a picture taken from a staircase that goes into our big atrium area, and you can see a portion of our alma mater is up there. And our alma mater, "We love you," is one of our mantras. We try to indoctrinate our kids to be Spartans for life, and I think the fact that so many people helped us to accomplish these goals show that that is indeed the case. This is a stairwell in which we have a couple of these up where we have these very menacing Spartans that our kids go up and down the stairs looking at, telling them to be strong as they go from class to class. Just another hallway. Again, you can see the beauty of the architectural plan, keeping our colors and our spirit alive. This is what used to be the stage, and now it's closed in. Behind that wall is a very state-of-the-art weight room now. This is a typical classroom in the new building. Again, another hallway that's showing some branding of how much pride we have in being East Ascension Spartans. And one of our mantras is that we ask our kids in everything they do to give excellence always, excellence in athletics, academics, and activities. And so this is a wall in our professional development room that promotes that. So if anyone's interested, we still have space in Legacy Plaza for commemorative bricks. This QR code can get you to the order form, and we'd love to have more people to put down an inscription in the Legacy Plaza to show their love for EA.
So are we still going to have the pond jump? We
will, sir. Yes, sir. That front door opens right up to that pond.
That was a dumb question. But when you said, I don't know how many times you talked about alumni.
Yes, sir.
And you talked about 1960 something. And so many people are still in this area that went to, was it ever Gonzales High?
It was, yes, sir.
Yeah.
When EA formed in 66, they merged Gonzales High, Dutchtown, and Santa Monica High.
It is, I mean, I'm just telling you folks, my wife and I went over, she was just a retired administrator. It is totally impressive of what you have over there. And and I just understand this because I've been around it with my wife.
Yes.
Okay, of just the pride that the kids take, and this is their school.
We will, as a staff, we work really hard to make our kids love being EA Spartans. We feel if they learn to love their school, they'll become productive people as adults. They'll love their families as hard as they love their school. They'll love their community and their nation. And so that's one of our objectives, is to make them become active community members. And by becoming an active student, I think that translates into adult life.
And so how much time are we talking about? I mean, you don't think of this overnight.
Oh, no, sir. This was a project we began when they told us they were tearing our building down. We wanted to keep as much of it alive. So we worked real hard with the architects and the construction company to be able to accomplish some of that.
And what were their thoughts when they started hearing your ideas?
I hope they got excited. They kind of made some of it come to life for us. I'm sure I was a pest to them because I fight real hard to make everything as great as it can be for EA.
But, I mean, I'm just guessing. I mean, does this happen ever in their life? Usually when you build a new school, everything's new or
yes,
whatever.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And, this is impressive right here.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very proud of it, and I think our kids are as well. The first day of school, when most of them saw it for the first time, there was a lot of very positive reaction to it.
Did we have a lot of late students that day? Because everybody was just talking about everything that was going on.
Well, and
come
trying to
look at
find the
this
new
over
stuff.
here.
Correct. We have a lot of neat stuff for them to come look at.
And so what is the main conversation that a lot of them are saying? Did you see this? Did you see this?
They love the statues. They really are enjoying looking at the old pictures, trying to figure out. We've had a lot of coincidences where there was a picture of a lady back in the 80s and her daughter in the 2010s. There was a picture near there, so they was kind of showing the full circle of their family as being a part of our school community.
I remember when you had the pep rally, and the lady walked out in a cheerleader outfit that was in the 1960s.
We do. We have the very first head cheerleader's outfit in a display
and she
on
says,
campus.
This is what I wore on Friday nights.
Yes. We have a lot of artifacts all over campus showing the old history.
Yeah, it's got to be so much fun because I mean you really don't even see architecture like this being built, whether it be a building or whatever. It's just kind of impressive. Now, what about the parking facility? I know they were using the baseball, softball there for a while. Where do we stand on that?
The original parking lot is back open. And so we're able to have the students that drive, park in the regular parking lot again, as well as the faculty, and the buses go in a opposite direction than they were used to doing when the original building was there.
So what? Anything changed athletically?
Well, the gym is still the original gym. They didn't give us a new gym. And so we have our original gym there. The back gym is still there. Our field house and our practice facility in the back with the track is still the original.
But there's been some changes athletically over the years. I mean, you got turf like everyone else.
Yes, sir.
But don't you have a wrestling room, a practice room?
There is a wrestling room and a training room there. Yes, sir. That was probably built about 10 years ago now.
Yeah. So, it seems like, when I look around, I know your dad's been at some places and stuff. When he comes over here, he just looks. I'm sure he has to look around just like I do. And you go, man, how lucky are we in Ascension Parish?
Yeah. We have nice facilities. And I think all the schools work real hard to keep those facilities up. And so we'll thank the parish and the voters in the parish for giving us the bond issue so that this kind of project can be completed for us.
No doubt. And, I haven't gone to Prairieville yet. All you hear is magnificent things about them. But this is just a different animal right here.
Well, I think they probably have a magnificent school in the fact that it's new and big, but this has heart and soul.
Yeah. It's a different animal. So thank you, Jamie,
yes,
for coming
sir.
by
Thank
and
y'all.
letting us know. I know Lauren and all the administrators and the teachers and all the faculty have to be very proud, and I'm sure the kids are too. And let's see if we can get things going here in the second half.
Let's go, Spartans. Let's go.
Bingo. Thank you.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, the RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
We are just about set for the second half of play, and it was an exciting first half. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, our own Hall of Famer, David Swacker, and we have got an interesting one playing out here. It is a little bit different than I think we had assumed, as the game started off with some effort passing the football, as we did not expect coming out of the gate for East Ascension, and then we expect a little bit more passing from the Crusaders of Brother Martin. But nonetheless, both teams have settled in here, and they're playing their brand of football. It is 14-6 as we sit. 2 interceptions, one for each team going into halftime. They just basically traded possessions, but still both defenses have been playing fairly effectively. Let's take a look really quickly just where the teams have started. Brother Martin started the game on their own 47-yard line. They had to punt, but it was East Ascension who had 3 straight punts, three straight 3-and-outs, and then they got going with a 41-yard field goal by Preston Baker, and then the next drive they finished up with a 35-yard field goal. Both of those drives were capped off by some big runs on the outside, and they were able to pick up some big chunks of yardage before stalling out. 71-yard touchdown pass. It was really a screen pass from Dezette to number 3 Easton Royal. Took it to the house from 71 yards out. That was the second score of the ball game. The first one was really a grind them out kind of drive, a 43-yard drive on the second possession, where Brother Martin basically just kept pounding it, and finally pounded it into the end zone. And that's basically a scoring recap, although a little bit out of order that time. But we expect that both of these teams have made some adjustments at halftime. And as Coach Swacker gets back on the microphone, what a great interview it was with our halftime guest, Miss Jamie Andrews, and what a beautiful, beautiful, new yet old school that East Ascension has.
Well, let me just tell you, as kind of an outsider, when I left Santa Mom, my wife came over to East Ascension as a teacher, then as an administrator. Since I drug her all over the place as an AD and head coach,
yep,
I said, whatever you're in charge of, I'm coming to it. So we went to plays and gumbo cook-offs and games and everything else. And I'm going to just tell you, it was something that you just opened your eyes, opened your mouth, and you had to say, this is impressive.
Yep.
And she came home the first day when Jamie Andrews got on the PA system and said, first 5 minutes of school, we're going to practice how we're going to cheer at pep rallies. No problems. If you don't want to cheer, you report to the library, the lunchroom, or whatever. Teachers, if you don't want to cheer, you report too. They don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And my wife came home and she says, I thought we were pretty good at Santa Ma because I was the head coach, cheerleader sponsor. And, we had great pep rallies and spirit and everything else. But, man, she said the football team is involved, the coaches and teachers. She says it is a good time, and the kids love it. So, that's all part of it.
Yep, and when you can have the students and teachers and the faculty excited to go to school every day, that means an awful lot, and you can get a lot of good things done and good things accomplished in the classroom and outside of the classroom. It makes a big difference, no question.
More to it than the school, I know that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Great teachers, great administrators, great
Kickoff to start the second half.
great effort at East Ascension all the way around, and a great Ascension Parish schools from top to bottom. We start the third quarter as East Ascension gets set to start things off, as Baker will put his foot into it. And this is going to be an exciting half of football, as we expect. Easton Royal on the left-hand side, and number 16, Rex LeBlanc, on the near side.
Nice high kick.
Taken by Royal. Royal at the 3-yard line. He's going to bide his time a little bit and then be swamped in the middle of the field at the 22-yard line. Boy, it looked like he was going to scoot free there for a second.
You know, I was trying to figure out where's he going to come out of this thing right here. But nice kickoff right there. That's kind of the MVP right now. It's the kicking game.
They're on 22-yard line.
Actually had a nice punt in there, too.
Well, Baker has been the kicker for a couple of years now. I know at least 2, maybe 3, and he has really gotten stronger and stronger as his high school career has progressed.
Coach Bethurne's got a kicking coach, specialist.
Brought him over from Cecilia when he came. Or, excuse me, from St. Louis. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. It'll be the starting quarterback, Dezette, into the game. First run that we've seen by 36. Actually, that's not the first one, but Luca Descanti
goes around the right side.
picks up 4, 2nd and 6.
Cameron Stone on the stop for the Spartans.
Stone makes the stop.
About 4, 2nd down, 6.
So, you know, when we look at
26-yard line.
maybe in a little while some keys to this game to see how just exactly how they've unfolded here for the coaches here in that first half.
Well, that play was slow to develop, but it was a big, quick hitter once they got the ball to Ascani, and Ascani picks up 7 yards in the first down.
It looks like it's slow developing to give time for the quarterback to see what's going on, and also to see you running back to see what's going on, and to get that hole in there so some plus things can happen in the run game.
As an offensive lineman, it seems to me that the RPO has got to be the most difficult thing for them to deal with, because if they make a mistake and start going down the field and Heath drops back to pass it, they're in trouble. This time a handoff to Cutter, and Cutter will not get much.
Cutter tries the right side.
And, you know, I think both offensive lines have done a pretty decent job right here as far as – the one thing that has happened, I believe defensively, both defenses have pretty much dominated to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And the only, no one's been able to drive. It's been some big plays offensively that's made the score what it is.
Pulls it back this time. Is going to dump it off. Nice catch, one-handed grab by his receiver, Brody DeMonte. DeMonte picks up about 3.
Boy, here this guy comes from the backside right here on our replay. And, it's a nice little pass play.
3rd and 3 for the Crusaders at their own 41-yard line.
3rd and 3 is the Crusaders methodically moving the ball here, the first drive of the second half. Dezette calls the play and calls for the football. Going in motion is Alex Diaz. Dropping back, it's going to be a lateral to number 10, Cutter. Cutter's got a little bit of room, but he's hit hard, but he is right at the first down marker. If he has it, he's got it by a microbe, and I think they give it to him.
Repulse on the stop. Crusaders pick up a first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders.
1st and 10 Crusaders.
At their own 45.
Well, Coach Bonus has got, I would think he's got to feel pretty good about what's happening right here because, it's going to be amazing to see what actually happens in the second half here, Jimmy. It's not a really hot night. It's not a real humid night.
Diaz picks up 12, and that time the offensive line really opened a nice hole that right up the gut of Manny Heyman and Caleb Smith.
A couple of subs come in.
This offensive line with Coach Bonise is very interesting. They rotate 8 guys in, and they all play every position on the line. Pulled back, dropped it off to Royal. Royal splits the defenders, and he's down to the 29-yard line.
Well, I would love for our fans to be able to see this on the backside right here. It's not anything that's quick in the passing game. You know, he just kind of goes out there, and then after he makes that move, he's wide open. Not in a hurry to get across to where the linebackers are.
1st and 10, they actually spot him at the 28-yard line. This is the same play, but it's batted down. A big paw by look like number 5, Caleb Davis. They actually said John Brown got his big paw up there.
You know,
they were both there, though.
I'm just kind of wondering when the defenses are going to come up with, you know, getting hands up, you know, because a lot of times in the RPO it's going to be the short passing game between the tackle box. Very seldom is it going to be a throw to the outside.
They'll mesh, and the quarterback will keep it, and he goes nowhere. Dezette, not exactly a bruising runner, makes great decisions when he has the football, but that time he was swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Jameer Smith on the stop.
Jameer's had about 10, not 10, he's had about 7 tackles tonight so far.
Crusaders at the Spartan 28.
8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And again, this has been a very methodical drive that started back at their own 22-yard line. The first drive of the second half. Dropping back, dumping it off. It's a little screen play to Melanson. Melanson, a very quick-footed and sure-footed running back, still on his feet. They can't bring him down, and he will look like he's in for a touchdown. Did he get in? Yes, he did. He was tackled 4 times on that play, and he just kept his feet moving. No, they say he stepped out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you got a penalty on the play, and not real certain of that. Maybe too much excitement or not enough excitement.
Again, our referee tonight is Virgil Pratt. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
Well, next week East Ascension is going to Salmon.
And on the offset, they said they offset.
And
Crusaders penalized unsportsmanlike conduct.
Brother Martin's going to go to St. Paul's.
Let's take a look at this. There's 1 tackle, 2 tackles he breaks. He's still dragging guys with him. I still don't see where he goes out of bounds. Oh, he didn't go out of bounds. Excuse me. It was a touchdown.
I never did.
So forgive the confusion. It is a touchdown, and it was quite a run by Melanson. And they're still having some discussion.
Well, he's waiting on that official, the umpire, to get. I think he had the football or whatever for 18 back. Justin Morgan back here for the extra point.
No good. He missed the extra point.
Well, you know, I don't think as much as he missed it, his snap was low, could not get the thing up, and kind of yanked it to the left a little bit.
We'll be back right after this. The score, 20-6, 7:30 left to go in the third. Back on the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Smith set to kick for the Crusaders.
So the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. They have had, the Crusaders had trouble snapping the ball. It was a high snap on the very first PAT of the game. It was, they had a do-over because of a penalty, and then another low snap that time, and it was missed by Smith. This should give EA good field position. Will drive him back to the 16-yard line. It's Dumas. Ooh, what a smack. That's not Dumas, that's Blackburn. They switch sides, and a big hit by Jack Bazile.
I tell you what, the kickoff right there was Grayson Smith, the key right there. Drove it far enough to where that group could get off of blocks and make a play on the ball carrier.
And that was the biggest hit of the night so far, biggest hit of the season, considering it's game one. Own 39-yard line now for the Spartans.
So I think this right here, this possession is going to be key because you're down by a few scores.
Handoff to Wilson, and Wilson just stood up. That defensive line, along with the linebacking core, came up and met him, and they knew exactly what was happening on that one. Second down.
9 for the Spartans.
I think they gave him 2 on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Again, you got to hand it to Cam LeBlanc, who's playing quarterback in place of Hudson Browning, who's injured. This will be a screen pass to Dumas, and Dumas will be wrapped up. That was a good tackle that time by number 27, the cornerback.
Stop was made by Dermot.
Well, when you throw that thing into the sideline, the short side of the field,
Third down and 7 for the
you're eliminating a lot of territory to be an athlete in there.
Dermot Brown is the one that made the tackle.
Four wide receivers.
Dropping back 2 steps, throws across the middle. Oh, it was a little bit low, but very catchable, and it pops out of the hand of his intended receiver. Number 14, Williams is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So just as the first half started, the third quarter does the exact same with a punt on the first drive here for East Ascension in the third quarter.
Royal back deep for the Crusaders.
Lipscomb on the far side of your screen and Royal on the near side. They've been keeping it away from Royal as much as they can. This one looks like they're going to actually target to him. And Royal will call for the fair catch and does so at the 19-yard line, maybe the 20. Right at the 20 is where they'll have it.
Catch. Crusaders take over.
Almost a 40-yard punt right there. Nice kick.
Let's take a look at the keys to the victory we looked at early in the game. This is for Sanamon. East Ascension. Actually for the Crusaders. Buy into that core principles. It's team, tough, compete, and finish. Communication has not seemed to have been an issue for the Crusaders. That was a big thing. And I think right now winning the line of scrimmage is pretty much a push for both teams. The score would indicate otherwise, but I think both teams are doing a good job up front.
And you got a couple of big plays. I will say this. I'm pleasantly surprised where – you have a timeout at the 6-minute mark, which is right now, and it doesn't seem like hydration is an issue out here. Now, I know it's rained all week. That's another thing that's a concern to me is how much practice time have they been able to get in with it seemed like it raining all week long.
Well, that's a good point. Both coaches said they were able to get outside some early in the week, and then they practiced inside when they needed to. This handoff doesn't go for much. Jeremiah Burton on the carry. Picks up maybe 2. Tony Miles on the stop, number 22. Well, they gave him about 4 on that one, actually.
I think both teams have basically – even though the score doesn't look like it's even.
I'll say the offensive line won that battle because they just opened up a huge hole for Burton, and he was able to get 15 yards on that one.
You watch on the replay right there. Watch the middle. I mean.
I could have run through that.
Wide open right there. And they evidently feel very comfortable with this inside zone to where that guy could break outside or inside.
Seven guys in the box. Oh, just missed his target. He had him open, intended.
Guys, this pass is intended for Bouchon. It's incomplete.
Bouchon was an intended receiver and couldn't quite hit it. He had him, though. If he had hit him in stride, he might still be running. I know Duran is really good, but it would have been tough for him to catch up.
Yeah, and quarterback, I know he's going, I wish I could have that one back. And maybe he'll get it back here.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line. Looking for some room. That time the offensive line cannot create a hole, and the defensive line does. They bust through the hole, and it will be Miles and number 94, Smith, on the stop.
And Jameer Smith on the stop.
Loss of 2.
Loses about 1, 3rd down, 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
At their own 43.
See, almost a wholesale swap of players as 5 or 6 guys come out and 5 new guys come in. I still can't get over the fact that the offensive line, you don't just play tackle, you play tackle, guard, and center. All 8 of their offensive linemen play all positions. Dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to, dumps it off. He finds DeMontier, and DeMontier goes nowhere. DeMontier goes nowhere, picking up 3, and it'll be 4th down. They'll have to punt it away.
To DeMontier. Stop was made by Tony Miles.
Man, Miles has been on him again.
And I'm going to say if he's as good as his daddy, because his daddy played for me, and the reason I know that, because his daddy's name is?
Tony Miles?
Tony Miles.
Even I catch on a little bit.
Very, very good football player. And he got hurt last year towards the end of the season. Remember, in that end zone down there.
Yep.
And I saw Tony, good guy, really a good guy.
Grayson Smith gets a lucky roll. It was not an incredibly good punt, but he got a great roll. Probably rolled 15 yards and pins East Ascension back at their own 20.
Well,
3:37 left to go in the 3rd, and it looks like the Spartans are going to have to come out winging. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 at the top of your screen. And they don't. They spread the field and hand it off. This will be Blackburn. Blackburn will dance, and then he will be crushed by number 50 from behind, Trent King. That middle linebacker is a fast 190 pounds.
And I'm going to tell you, when you run that, basically it looked like the Green Bay sweep, out there, the outside zone, whatever you want to call it. You got to hold that block on the outside a long time. Well, you got very short right here. Again, 3-man front, 4 linebackers.
The officials called a timeout. And now they say the Crew's
first down.
Got it.
First down.
It's a Spartan first down. Spartans pick up the first down.
Oh, yeah, they got to move the chains. They would have to go the other way.
Have you ever done the chain gang?
It's not easy. I have not. I've done it a little bit, not often.
I get confused on the 1, 2, or 3, and 4, but other than that. But I'm really, when I try to figure out where that official puts that foot, and of course now you have it made with the.
Loses about 3, 2nd down, 13.
I'll tell you this. I did one time a long time ago, before the season started. There was the officials invited some of the media to do officiating, and I was a side judge, and I don't want any part of it. All I had to do was put the ball down, and I think I fumbled it. And this defense is definitely stiffened. Nate Malik, Chase Chesser, Jack Bazile. This defensive line is looking really good. Caleb Williams in on that one as well.
And Tell me this, have you noticed any calls that officials miss? They just look like they're just being officials out there, part of the game.
Yep.
Doing an outstanding job.
Well, both these teams also are playing pretty clean football. Rolling to his left, tough play, fumbles the football, loose on the turf, trying to dive on it is Aaron Williams. I think he got back on it, but I'm not positive.
Well, let's see. Brother Martin says us.
They will. I do not want to be on the bottom of that pile. And wow, I don't think that's going to work very well when you have one of the Spartans pulling one of the Brother Martin guys off the pile. And it was Mallett getting pulled off. It was big number 73, Kendrell Green. Here's the replay.
Yeah, big 78.
Oh, check that.
Martinez.
So Preston Baker will be pressed into service to punt it again.
Deep. It's pretty deep. 45 yards. A lot of respect for that punter. He's done a pretty good job tonight.
Wind is with them, so he's kicking with the wind. That may even give it a little bit more boost. He is definitely able to get it high into the air. Nice spiraling punt. Fair catch is called, and Lipscomb will make the catch at the 43-yard line. Another good punt.
Well, that's something I'm a fanatic about. Don't let that punt hit the ground. Catch it in the air, and let's go do – just think about this. With this turf, I can remember we were doing a game at Santa Monica, and the first punt on the turf rolled, and it was like about a 75-yard punt. Most of it a roll, so –
1:02 left to go in the third, and the Crusaders have their third opportunity here in the third quarter. Still Dezette dumps it off quickly, knocked away by a great defensive effort that time.
Very much so. I think that's Tony Miles, isn't it?
I think you're right.
By Tony Miles, second down and 10 for the Crusaders.
Second down and 10. A nice pass breakup by Tony Miles playing that defensive end spot. Handoff up the middle. It will be Ascani.
Luca Ascani.
3 yards.
Right side was stopped by Caleb Davis. Picks up about 3. Second down. Correction, third down and 7 for the Crusaders at their own 46.
Third and 6. The ball at the 46-yard line for the Crusaders. Clock rolling at 25 seconds. They're going to have to get the play off. There's only 13, 11, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Dropping back. He's going to be rushed. The pass broken up by the cornerback, Jalen Landry. What a great play as they helicopter together. A little bit behind his receiver, and a great defensive effort by Landry.
Most of the time when they've done the slant, it's been wide open right there. Landry did an outstanding job on the coverage.
They'll have to punt this one away.
Maybe it's time for
McZeal to break one.
McZeal to make a play. We saw he's got the speed. He's definitely good enough athlete.
Another tough snap on the long snapper. This punt is a high looper, and it's going to take a East Ascension bounce and go out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
I don't know if I haven't noticed McZeal being in on offense at all.
He's been out there a little bit, I think, as a receiver, but he hasn't gone to him much. We'll be back after this, and we head to the fourth quarter, the final stanza, with the Crusaders leading East Ascension 20-6. We'll be back right after this.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors. for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
For your one-stop shop.
We are back for the final period here, the final quarter of this game between Brother Martin and East Ascension. A quick scoring update in the third quarter. C.E. Bird leading Sanamaw 13-10, and Prairieville still rolling over Thrive 26-0 in the third. Spartans take over 1st and 10 from their own 31. Handoff to Blackburn. Blackburn's got some running room. He's out to the 50, the 40. He's going to go the distance. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Forget about it. 68-yard scamper to put him in the end zone.
A lot of speed. But, boy, watch on the replay the block on the outside, and he does an outstanding job of cutting inside when we watch this replay.
He just ran away from everybody. Incredible effort up front by the offensive line and the receiver. Here it is right here. You're right. That was a great block on the outside.
Oh, I mean, everything kind of worked. That play has been so most of the night. And right there, as we've referred to the coach, that's a well-coached kid right there.
Yes, sir. Only took 12 seconds. They're going to go for 2. It's going to be right up the middle, and LeBlanc in for the 2-point conversion.
Well,
it only took 27 seconds off the clock. One play from scrimmage, down the sideline, touchdown, and the 2-point conversion is good.
The coaches are fired up. The student section's fired up. The cheerleaders all fired up. The band's fired up. The stands are getting excited here. And then when you look on the sideline right here, these kids say, I think we can win this game.
They're only down 6. The Crusaders up 20-14. 2 big field goals by Baker gave him the 6 points in the first half, and then just an incredible play. It was a great run, but it was just a well-designed and well-executed play by the offense for that touchdown. All of a sudden, we got ourselves a ball game.
Next week, we got Central Private at Ascension Christian, and then Collegiate Baton Rouge at Dutchtown, which is Dutchtown's homecoming, and Kennedy at Sanamaw in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And Dutchtown, their game was in 2 weeks.
Pooch kick. Whistles blow. I think it's going to be offsides against the Sanamaw Spartans. Golly, East Ascension Spartans. What has gotten into me?
Well, it's not so bad for you, but when Lyle did it, he got some calls.
Yeah, well, luckily they don't have my number. They got Lyle, though. Lyle might get a few calls. So that'll back them up 5. Just moved a little bit early. Guess that'll back them up 10, actually. Should be 5, yes. There we go.
I think, but Coach Mathern is talking about some time ran off of that clock?
No, it's been 11:33. That was what it was.
Okay.
It was definitely 11:33. But Coach Mathern is talking with our officiating crew now, our referee now.
Well, what was the penalty?
It was illegal procedure. They started a little early.
So, was it a procedure or was it because he's pointing at the clock right here, the 25-second clock. I can't believe that he took longer than 25 seconds.
No, I don't think so. All right, let's try this again. Everybody's so excited they want to get down the field quickly. There they wait on it a little bit. This will boom instead of the
There you go, down inside the 10.
Royal will collect it at the 10, 9-yard line. He will break one tackle. Still got some running room and still on his feet. He's got Ron McZeal to beat, and McZeal hangs on, just gets him enough to drag him to the turf, but not before he gets a 34-yard pickup on the return.
Crusaders will have it first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Good field position for the Crusaders. It's going to be up to this Spartan defense to do something big here. Talk with Coach Mathern about what it's like to be a cornerback, because he was a cornerback when he played, and he says, man, it's a mentality. You have to believe that you can cover anybody. This run up the middle, and he will bounce off one of his own guys close to the 49, at the 49-yard line.
I tell you this about Brother Martin. That little zigzag counter play that they run, they believe in it. You know, they haven't gotten a ton of yardage, but, you know, they keep hammering in there. They keep believing in it. They keep believing in their line and their running backs.
2nd and 5. Royal in motion. Nope, pulls it back, dumps it off to the tight end, and it will be number 84 getting the first down by a yard. He picks up 6. That was Jonathan Sigio.
That's pass is complete to Royal. Picks up a Crusader first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders.
First time that the tight end has been involved in a pass play so far tonight.
And I'm not sure, did he come from the tight end spot or was he a wing back? It's kind of hard to get to the other side of the field there's that same play.
This is Cutter, and Cutter will dance his way to the 35-yard line and close to another first down. He'll be a yard shy, picks up 9. I think you're right. I think he started at the wing back spot.
Jupiter picks up 9, 2nd down 1 at the Spartan 36.
Well, let's see what happens to the right here.
In motion is Sigio. Quick pass out into the flats to number 16. He'll pick up the first down. That was Rex LeBlanc, the leading receiver.
This pass is complete.
Let's take a look at the receiver at the replay. Great shot by our camera guys. A little bit high on the throw, but he's able to come down with it. And right there, number 7 to make the stop, DeMarcus Gant for East Ascension. Fourth play of this drive started back at their own 43-yard line. Handoff to Diaz. Diaz will be strong enough to get about 4, but then there's a sea of blue that picks him up.
Goes off the right side.
It's interesting that they really do. They just like you're saying, they put their foot in the ground and they turn. It's almost like a 90-degree turn right up in the middle.
And it's all about if you got somebody pulling to get over there and block or get people to think you're going there. And if you're a small back, they can't see you behind that. Look, there's 2 guys pulling right there.
Diaz again cuts back. There's a flag flying. He'll be shy of the first down.
Diaz goes off the right side, flag on the play.
And that's going to be holding, I believe, against the offense. That'll back them up 10. That is the first. Well, not really the first, because they had offsetting penalties early, but I believe it's only the second penalty against the Crusaders. This is a big one. Backs them up all the way to the 36-yard line.
After the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 19 for the Crusaders at their Spartan 36.
They don't have to pick all this up in one chunk, but they would like to get at least 9 or 10. Pulling it back, going deep, finds his tight end number 83. That's Cigio. Check that. That's Poland, and Poland makes the grab.
You don't see that a lot of times on the short side of the field, and he's just throwing it right in that little slot right there.
3rd down and 5 for the Crusaders at the Spartan 22.
Interesting concept on the short side of the field. And they bring a guy in motion, and I guess, you're thinking you're not going to throw 3 receiver combo to the short side of the field. And they just found, picking a spot in there, found a 3rd and 5 situations, 4 situation.
They got 15 of the 19 on that one play, and then no, sir, nowhere to go for Burton. And number 20 is going to meet him, Jace Campbell, the senior, 215-pound defensive tackle, and just stuffs the run.
The slow developing play, like you said earlier, Jimmy. And they were able to get off of that block.
So the drive stalls out after that penalty, kind of like what happened to East Ascension earlier in the game, and I think they're going to swap it out. They swap out the entire offense just about, and, well, of course they do because they're getting ready to kick a field goal. And they got to get somebody on with 6 seconds. They're going to have to call a timeout. Bonise had to call a timeout because they didn't have one of their players in there. Miscommunication on the sidelines.
Well, I'm sure they have a system, because this looks like maybe this is the first time this has kind of happened.
With as many people as they throw into the game, they better have a system.
Look, let me just tell you, the biggest problem with that, if somebody gets injured, and he's on like 2 or 3 special teams,
yeah,
and you got maybe 2 or 3 different people. Oh, and
great
look,
point.
Having and then you got to contact everybody to get it. You're going in there for extra point. You're going in there for kickoff.
Boy, there's a lot to keep track of.
So it's and then to me, I'm not real big on this, but boy, if you have one coach does the kickoff, a different coach does the kickoff return, sometimes he's too busy doing other things.
38-yard field goal attempt for Grayson Smith. It has been an adventure with the snapping. We'll see what happens. The snap looks pretty good. The hold is down, and the kick is good. Just sneaks it past the right.
Great effort on the outside by East Ascension, almost blocking that one. Nice kick.
So that makes it a 2-score lead, 2-possession lead for East Ascension, for the Crusaders. 6:47 left to go in the game. The Crusaders lead 23-14. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program: Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, the RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
We are ready to rock and roll with 6:47. There we go. There's our Spartan mascot. I wouldn't want to meet him at Thermopylae.
Well, he might have came off of one of the statues in the school.
I don't know. Whatever they're doing over there, their mascot's looking pretty tough.
In the end zone, maybe? Nope.
At the 1-yard line. Looks like Blackburn, and Blackburn spins off a tackle, still on his feet, finally swarmed under at the 30-yard line, a 29-yard return for him.
Go down the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Spartans.
So the Spartans are ready to take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. This will be the fourth possession that they've had here in the second half.
Brother Martin will be going to St. Paul's next week, and East Ascension will be traveling over to Salmon and Slidell.
Good to do some traveling in this early part of the season just to get acclimated to that kind of thing. This is going to be McZeal. Halfback pass. McZeal steps away from a defender. The pass is up, and it's almost caught. A falling down number 16 almost makes the catch, as Justin Oob just couldn't come down with it.
I thought it was an outstanding call.
Well, great job for McZeal to actually sidestep a defender, and he pie-pointed it and just couldn't come down when he hit the ground.
Boris on the coverage. He's 2nd down, 10, Spartans.
It's hard to be able to run that play twice in a game.
Yep.
Very well executed. Good job defensively. I think this is McZeal out of here. Nope, it's number 4.
Handoff on the end around, and he will not get far. That was Aaron Williams on the carry. Just a platoon of Crusaders on the stop.
On the sweep around the right side.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
They'll probably not make it to the hydration timeout. They're going to call the hydration timeout in 3 seconds. So they will not do this play, and we might hydrate as well. We're going to be back right after this. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week. 6 minutes to go in this one. 23-14. Brother Martin over East Ascension. Back in a minute.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use REV Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, REV is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. REV Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
Let's take a look at some of the games happening this week around the area. We've been mentioning Bird and Santa Mom and Thrive in Prairieville.
And other games tonight in the 5-5A district. Madison Prep at Dutchtown, Brother Martin at East Ascension, CE Bird at Santa Mom, Thrive Academy at Prairieville. That's a Rev TV game. Hammond at Denham Springs, Live Oak at St. Paul's, and Ponchatoula at Walker.
Plenty of time to throw it. Way down the field for LeBlanc. LeBlanc finds his man. Did he catch it? He hangs on. It's Oob making the grab. They go right back to Oob, and Oob amazingly makes the play, and it's 1st down for the Spartans.
I thought good coverage, good catch, good pass.
1st and 10.
Good job offensive line to give him time to throw that ball. He stepped into it, didn't throw it off his back foot. LeBlanc did a phenomenal job of humming that baby down the field, but you got to hand it to Oob because it was good coverage down there. Cam Burris was covering him, was right step for step with him. So they flip the field, ball on the 30. That one will be just a rugby scrum. And it brings up 2nd down.
In 2 weeks, we have Dutchtown at Ponchatoula, East Ascension at Salmon, Santa Mom at Cecilia, Prairieville at Parkview Baptist, Denham Springs at Central, Dunham at Live Oak, and Woodlawn at Walker.
Boy, Dunham is a story, isn't it? Number 1 player in the country, quarterback. This will be LeBlanc just taking it himself. He's going to get a yard maybe.
There was a junior high track meet at East Ascension a couple of years ago, and he showed up for Dunham. I don't know if it's Dunham. I guess it was Dunham School. Very good-looking kid.
Picked up a yard that time, brings up third down. The clock is going to be a factor pretty soon at 4:20 and ticking here left in the ball game. Oh, had to tip it to himself on the snap. Everybody's coming. It's a jailbreak, and LeBlanc is going to be tackled for a loss. He is lucky as all get out that that ball did not get past him on the snap.
Jake Brazil on the stop. Be 4th and long for the
Going for the 3-point.
This is going to be a 49-yard field goal attempt. He already has a 41 under his belt, a 35 in the basket. This will be a 49-yard field goal attempt by Preston Baker. They have a lot of confidence in this young man. Snap is down, the hold is good, and it is well short. And it will roll into the end zone, and that will be Crusader ball back at the 31-yard line. So that drive stalls out after the big pass play, and they will turn the ball over on downs basically as the field goal attempt from 49 yards is no good. Sometimes you can just overkick it, and he just got under it. Looked like a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm sure he was excited because everybody else you could feel a little tension in the stands because he has had a good night.
Yes. So the Crusaders can control this clock if they can just grind it out. 3:18. I don't expect them to put the ball in the air too much unless they absolutely have to. This is going to be a handoff straight to the tailback. And that was Melanson. Melanson will pick up 5.
3 timeouts left.
Trenton Palmer picks up 5, second down 5 at the Crusader 25.
They're in no hurry. They're going to let as much time as possible to run off. Second and 5. They let the play clock run down to 6. 5. Now they'll snap the football. Handoff right up the gut. He'll be met by the defensive end. Number 45 that time.
Zachary Jupiter on the stop.
Zachary Jupiter on the stop.
Picks up about 4, third down and 1 for the Crusaders.
Picks up 4, brings up third down and 1, and there's a timeout. 2:21 left to go. Let's take a look at if we could, the East Ascension keys to the game. Just to kind of recap what we thought was going to happen and how it went down. They had to win the line of scrimmage.
And I'm not going to say they've lost the line of scrimmage, and I'm not going to say they've won the line of scrimmage. They've made a couple of big plays in the passing game, a couple of big plays in the field goal game, and a nice long run. I think, like everybody else, they want to get better. Now you have to understand the guy that's their starting quarterback, who I saw him, maybe you were with us early in the season last year.
Yep.
But, basically, they played without him, and I'm just not real sure, where he stands.
This handoff up the middle, they will have the first down as they cross the 30-yard line. The other key to victory is swarming to the football, and I think they did, but what they didn't do on those big plays is wrap up. There have been some times where Spartans have not wrapped the runner up, and they've let them get big runs and score.
And I'm going to tell you what Brother Martin's executed real well. the little fake the zone, and you have somebody coming from the backside, and they swing out into the flat. A lot of times, a few years ago, LSU, when Steve Ensminger was the offensive coordinator, they hit that pass a bunch of times to that tight end.
Yeah, they used to do it to Foster Moreau, right? Rain's coming down a little bit more. It kind of slacked off. Timeout on the field.
Timeout, Spartans.
We'll take a quick timeout as well. 1:42 left to go here in the ball game, and the Crusaders have the football. 23-14 is our score, and they have the lead.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Rain is starting to fall a little bit heavier. It's still a mist, but it's been on and off all night. We've gotten lucky with this weather. It's supposed to be a little cool front coming in for the Tiger game tomorrow night.
Well, I was thinking about bringing a jacket, but it has to get below
22.
90.
We still got a ways to go yet. This run right up the gut, he will be brought down and met in the secondary by DeMarcus Gant, and Gant will pull him down, but another big pickup by the Crusaders, and that'll be the final timeout for the East Ascension Spartans. Spartans have a lot to build on here. I think they're going to probably not be able to pull this one out, but nonetheless, the first game for new head coach Brock Mathern, I think, was a success. It's not a success on the scoreboard, but in terms of the way they played, the way they hustled, the way they fought, I think the coaching staff is going to be pretty pleased with the effort, maybe not the outcome.
And I said it earlier, and I guess I'll just have to repeat it because I truly believe that a quarterback, if you were just running eye backfield and handing the ball off and stuff like that, probably me and you can line up there and do some of that stuff.
Sure.
But when you're asking a quarterback to make a lot of decisions, and it's not that the ones they had out there, they did an admirable job. And, again, I have no earthly idea if the quarterback position, if that made a difference in East Ascension here tonight, I have no earthly idea. If Hudson Brownie could be
offside is going to be the call, and neutral zone infraction as Caleb Davis.
Hudson could be outstanding. Quarterbacks are a difference maker. That's why they get paid a lot of money in the league. And
no question, we have not gotten a time frame on Hudson returning, but it definitely is a shoulder injury. And the question is, how if it's a throwing shoulder, it could be a real factor in his return. Brings the first down on the penalty. Again, both teams have played pretty cleanly tonight. We've had a few minor infractions, nothing serious, and certainly not a bunch of holding calls and things like that, which is kind of what you worry about in the early part of the season. Hole up the middle. 7-yard gain for number 26, Jeremiah Burton, the sophomore running back.
Goes up the middle.
The only running back that we had listed who we thought might get a carry was Christopher Giselle, and he is only back out of 7 that has not gotten a carry tonight. And they will have to punt this one away with 57 seconds left to go. Oh, excuse me. They're still at second down.
Are they going to just have clock kill here? Not clock kill.
It's victory formation. Sorry. Boy, you look at one thing.
I just never have seen him get back 15 yards deep. But
right. I looked at they'll have to do it one more time, and that'll be the end of this football game. But a good start for the Crusaders for sure as they prepare in 3 weeks to start district play. And, of course, the Spartans will be headed to Salmon next week in Slidell. And I think a lot of good things to build on here for the Spartans. Both of these teams played well. They played hard, and we congratulate both their efforts. The final score, 23-14, as the Brother Martin Crusaders will bring the victory back home to New Orleans after a hard-fought football game here at East Ascension. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up. Don't go anywhere. We really appreciate you hanging in on this great football night here on the Rev Game of the Week. The final score again, Brother Martin 23, East Ascension 14. Back right after this.
Game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up. Raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use Rev Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, Rev is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs, reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Well, it was a beautiful game, a great game. Unfortunately, East Ascension comes up on the short end of the stick. The final score, 23-14. The Brother Martin Crusaders come away with the victory. Well, that is going to do it. Coach, great game. I think there's a lot to build on.
No doubt, especially Brother Martin. And look, I love this. You get in the East Ascension alma mater, and they're standing, with respect to the alma mater.
That's right.
Totally outstanding. Things that aren't in the playbook, stuff like that is outstanding. And I just think that Brother Martin, just a more experienced team right now. And, however many kids they played, it's fine with me. They have a pretty good team, and I think East Ascension will just get better and better. And I'm interested to see when everybody gets back just exactly how they're going to be.
You're exactly right, and a great job by both teams, and we congratulate the Crusaders for their victory. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank our great camera operators, Cade Voisin, Rhett Nikosha, and Blaine Trahan. Of course, our director, Nolan Daigle. Wagasback actually said, I'm just kidding. Wagasback. And our executive producer, of course, Lyle Boudreau. Coach, glad to be back in the booth with you again. We've got a lot coming up this season for Rev Game of the Week, and we've got a lot more football to watch and to call.
And have a lot of fun, too.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for myself, Jimmy Frederick, and the coach, David Swacker. The final score, the Crusaders 23 and the Spartans 14. Have a great night, everybody.